there are only 4 days left until Christmas and only 2 nights left of our countdown to Christmas. And tonight I have my friend Karla joining me. She is a wife, a stay at home mom to two, a former teacher, and she has activities galore, ideas galore. I'm always so fascinated by the things that she's doing with her kiddos. So I wanted her to come on and we can just chat a little bit about how we met and how we stay connected through social media and some of the intentional activities that she does with her kids. So help me welcome my friend Karla. Hi, Karla.
Hi, Shonda. Hi, everybody.
I, I'm so glad you're here. Karla was maybe just a little teensy bit nervous about joining, but I'm sure she's going to do absolutely fine, y'all. So
Thank
make her feel welcome. If you're here in the comments, please make her feel welcome.
you.
And Karla, we were just chatting a little bit about how we know each other.
Yes,
And we met at Bible Study Fellowship
yes,
during
BSF. Uh,
2019. I think we were in the same
yes,
group. Yes.
2019. Yeah, that
It's
was fun. I loved our leader. I loved the little community and chat we had all the time with the girls, and that was fun. It was good to meet you there. I knew when I saw you, I was like, that lady's special.
Oh,
Like
I thought the
I
same
was like,
thing.
I was like, she's smart. I was like, I want to know more. I want to dig in her brain. So
Okay,
yeah,
so maybe am I remembering this right? When we left for spring break, like we all thought we were going on spring break,
right.
you weren't actually going to come back, right? You were going to have to do something different. I don't think you were going to.
Oh, right. Yes. Testing season was starting with, I was tutoring at that time, third and fourth and fifth graders, and testing season was starting. So it was like they needed more people. And since actually I was a part-time tutor in Grand Prairie at the time, but I was a certified teacher, and in order to like be in a testing environment, you have to be certified teacher.
Mm,
So they were asking anyone that was certified, please come. We need you to help administer tests and just be present, observing. Like basically, you're the like the proctor kind of person.
mhm.
But thank God,
I
pandemic
know.
hit just in time
Yes.
because I was not looking forward to that. You can't sit for long. You have to stand and walk around and keep so quiet, and it's just very rigid. Um, and I feel bad for the kids for that, but I was so glad it happened because it just, testing was out the window for those kids, first of all, and then I didn't have to be there for that. So
Yes.
that was fun.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember when you were telling us you weren't coming back, I'm like, well, I kind of want to stay connected to her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, are you on Instagram? You,
Yes, I was so glad we connected through the social media. I love
yes.
social media now. So I'm actually fairly new to social media. I didn't get on until probably right before BSF. Um, I was on Facebook and MySpace in college.
Yes.
But as soon as I graduated, when you graduate as an educator, a lot of like colleges will tell you, it's better not to have an social media account that, children can see. You don't want them in their you don't want them in your personal lives, or you don't want to accidentally portray or put something out there that can cause talk amongst parents and stuff. So I just thought, you know what, I'd rather not have social media. But back then it wasn't what it is today. It wasn't
Mhm.
so involved, and it wasn't like a sacrifice to me. And I didn't get back on, so that was 2007. I didn't get back on till 2019, after like Twitter blew up, after
Yeah.
MySpace was gone and Facebook was like so popular. um, and it just came from, we were going out of the country to visit some friends for their wedding in London. And I thought, okay, I want to share photos with family and friends from while I'm gone. And that's how I got on Instagram, but I never intended to actually be on and maintain like friendships or contacts on there. So that was
Yeah.
cool.
It's been so neat to stay connected to you through Instagram. And I mean, wait, were you pregnant then?
I had to have been, yes,
Okay.
because I was pregnant during the pandemic. Yeah, yeah, she
Yes,
was
yes.
born
Okay.
in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
so welcome to a whole new baby. I'm like, oh, this is so fun just watching
Yeah,
your family
yeah,
grow and move and all these things. It's just like,
yes,
oh, we're staying so connected. I feel like we
beautiful.
haven't missed a beat, even though we haven't seen each other in
Right? Yeah.
almost 3 years. So
The beauty of social media, staying
yes,
connected. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
How did you start going to BSF?
How did I? I think, Okay, so my sister used to go to a group called MOPS,
Mhm,
Mothers of Preschoolers, and I feel like it was faith-based, and she told me she's in Alabama, and she told me to look for something like that here so that I could take my son to. There was a MOPS, but it was like Mansfield, like pretty far for me. It was not something
mhm,
that I could easily go to. And then I found, I don't know how, but I found my BSF because I was looking for something that moms could go for Bible study and take their
mhm.
kids. So that's how I found it. Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Okay.
how I
How
do it.
many years have you been in?
This is just my 34th year. So
Okay, so this was,
that,
like, really ordained for us to meet because it was your
yeah,
first year. We met
yeah,
pre-pandemic,
yes,
all that jazz.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so fun. That's so fun. I have been doing BSF this year. This study will be finally, I will have done all the studies.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm
So you
so
started.
eager to get through this study. I'm like,
Wait,
"This
so did your boys get to go to BSF
okay."
like
So Bryce, my youngest one, when I started, I am really about to he was 3.
oh my goodness,
So he
yay.
went to the children's program with me when he was 3 and 4, and
Oh,
then
awesome.
one year, I decided to go to the night class, so because they were all in school, so I could take
Oh,
them all
okay.
with me. I was like, "No, I am not. I cannot."
Okay. Was it the late
It was
night
late
or
because it started at 7, which is not really super late, but we didn't get out till almost 9, and
yeah.
then they all had a lesson. Well, who had to do all 3 lessons? Like 3 different lessons. The best
Yes.
part about it was if I ever had a question about what my lesson, the answer
You,
was, I
you get
could I'm
SM.
like, "Let me see your questions."
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
7's not late, but by the time you get through the lesson, get in the car, get home, and if they're hungry, oh
Right.
brother.
Now it's
Yeah.
9:45. I'm like,
And you
"Okay."
had 3. Wow, 3
Yeah,
boys, that's a lot. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
I
lot.
think there were like 6 I think Braylon may have been in 6th grade. So 6th grade, 4th grade, 1st grade, something like that.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I
Okay,
mean, it was great, but it
so I'm
was
making a note,
yeah.
do not go to nighttime BSF
No,
with children.
no, don't make that. Do it. You can do it. You
Okay,
can do it. It
okay,
was just a lot because the reason I switched tonight was because I started working during the day. And so I do
okay.
work and then get to them and it was a lot. It was that part was a lot, but I'm
Oh,
sure
I
you can
bet.
handle it.
Ooh.
Yeah, but this year's study will be I will have done them all, and I'm so excited. And this
That's
study is,
awesome.
like, making me fight for it. I'm like, "This is a lot of
It is
reading."
heavy, it is heavy.
Yes.
That Amos,
Oh,
because I like to listen to it first, like, I'm
uh-huh.
washing dishes, I'll listen to the scripture through my AirPods. And for a while, I thought, "Oh my god, is it broken record? Like, something wrong with my is it, like, glitched?" Because it kept saying some of the same things over
Yes,
and over. When I finally went back to look, oh, okay, because 'cause I'd never read Amos before. So,
right.
it was a
We
lot.
are hitting some
Yeah.
of those lesser beaten paths, which I do like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
making some connections, especially with all those kings and yeah, and
Yes.
different
Yes.
kingdoms and
Yes.
anyway, I always enjoy BSF, but yeah, this year is making me work for it. Oh my goodness.
I like it
There's
too.
something I see you do on you document rather on your Instagram that I really wanted to talk to you about. The 1,000 hours outdoors. Is that
Yes.
right? Outside or
Yeah,
outdoors?
outside, 1,000
Okay.
hours outside.
Tell
Um,
me all about that.
okay, so it's nothing I invented, but it's an account that I started following because I really do love being outside. I think ever since I remember being little, going for walks with my dad, growing up summers with my grandparents, they would just throw all the grandkids outside, go climb
Mhm.
trees, play in the yard, turn on the water hose with the most enjoyable thing.
Yes.
And so I knew I kind of wanted the same experiences for my kids. And I don't, again, social media is just like so wonderful. You just find a little, tile of something interesting and you click it and wow, it opens like a whole world of interesting topics for you. And that was it, 1,000 hours outside. And basically, they challenge families to spend as much time outside as possible, get outside. And the goal is to reach, the goal is to reach, if you can, 1,000 hours in a year. Um, right, it's a lot. And for some families can do it like nothing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing, your kids are involved in like outdoor sports, or maybe your family gardens, or they have outdoor projects, you can get there really quickly. For families like me, takes a little bit longer and more effort. We love being outside, but biggest challenge for us is my son has really bad environmental allergies that he's struggled with since he was pretty much 2 or younger. And it's kind of restricted how much time we spend, like especially if we see like there's an ozone warning, or certain pollen counts are really high, and it was kind of holding us back. And it got to a point where I just said, you know what, there has to be, at some point you just have to say, we just got to go outside.
Mhm.
And a lot of research says how much being outdoors helps cognitive development, emotional development. And so I because it's always, I knew that it was so helpful for me growing up being outside, and how much it helped me enjoy my childhood. I knew that I wanted that for my kids, and so I was like, let's join the challenge. I told my son at the beginning of the year, we're gonna write down how much time we're outside, and he would be glad to come in and say, Mom, write it down, write it down. And eventually kind of like it dwindles, especially if you're not making it like an intentional part of your day. um, and of course we go through ebbs and flows, like more time, like if it got too cold or too rainy, and then you got into this rut of being indoors and being comfy and cozy, and then okay, the sun's out, let's get out.
Yeah.
um, and with as a mom of two, it takes a lot. You have three, but for me, getting too dressed, like boots or rain jacket, and get your socks on, and please put your jacket on. Um, and sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to go outside because I know I have to do all that.
Yes.
Um, but then I'd remember like how much better we feel once we finally make it out, and the relief you feel of just like, and I think God intended for us to be outdoors and enjoy his creation, and, admire the beauty of everything he made for us, that he originally intended for us to govern and see over. And so all of that just kind of encourages us more to be outside. And even
Yeah.
if it's cold or rainy, we try, even if it's for 15 minutes, and we hope it adds up. So this year, I think, this is our first time trying the challenge. We're making it to 500. I'm sorry,
That's
400. We're
that's
making it to
great.
400. I was hoping 500, but something I didn't do was I would only document hours for most part of the year if we all went out as a family. So, like, if my husband joined us, and so I slowly started to realize, like, wait a minute, we're not going to make 1,000 hours if I always count when the four of us are together. So I eventually was like, okay, it's just the three of us, or maybe just two of us go outside. But hopefully next year, we get my son involved in more outdoor things, and
Mhm.
that'll help. But yeah, it's I love it. It's wonderful to be refreshed outside, and sometimes my son gets like in a rut where he wants to watch TV, and it takes a while to push him outside. But when he finally gets out, you can see this just change in his demeanor, and it leads to so many. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but
No, go ahead.
one of the things is like going around our block just for walks. Like we've seen things like a police chase. We've seen funeral processions. We've seen like church events happening at our local church around the corner. There's like a Buddhist temple. And so, like, seeing all these things have led to so many conversations that I probably would have never intended we were going to have. And that's been another like highlight of being outdoors, just the things that you see, even like seeing vultures, and like three vultures going at
Oh,
it in the middle of the street. Those things just open up so many conversations with a 7-year old. It's pretty awesome to
yeah.
see and try to do every day.
I love it. I love it. I love when you document it. I'm like, that is such a neat challenge to,
It
to
is.
embark on as a family.
Yeah, it
And
is.
and
And
I love, like, you guys will be on a merry-go-round. I'm like, "This is such old school fun."
yeah, we try to do whatever we can outside. Sometimes we'll just step in the backyard and play with slime, or just play the water table, any little thing, and we just try to add it up as much as possible.
That's so cool. Now, when I saw you were here, I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna love this," because as she's saying, this is my social media, like friendly stalking, watching other people's lives.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I know Nell goes on a walk every day.
Oh, hi
Um,
now.
around her block or in her neighborhood rather. And she says, I get out daily with at least one of my children for a walk
Awesome.
every
Oh,
day.
yeah,
And she
yeah.
will walk when it's cold. I'm like, it's kind of cold.
Yes, my husband will be like, he'll see me getting dressed. He's like, "Right now?" I was like, "Yes, right now." I was like, "If we don't go out right now, tomorrow we have this, this, and that." I was like, "This is gonna be the time I have to get out." So,
Yes. Did you have
yeah.
to convince him too about the challenge or
Yeah, because he's more of an indoor kind of guy.
yeah.
He does like enjoy outside sometimes, but he's the kind of guy that like just let me sit down and take a break for a second,
Yeah.
because he works. So um, sometimes he'll be like, "I'll wait for you guys to come back," or he'll reluctantly at the end like, "Okay, I'll go with you guys," or um, we'll head out right before he comes home from work. He's like, "Well, hold on, as soon as I get home, let me change and I'll join you guys." So
Let's see.
it's a every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's your most favorite activity you've done outside? Like hands down, this is
Oh man, outside. I think one of the things we love, well, I love water play. So like in the summer, we have a little water table set up for them, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Water's on, it's hot outside,
oh
we're
yeah.
having fun. So we set out like a little splash pad too. That and probably frisbee was fun.
Mhm.
Seeing my son get better at frisbee. My husband teaching him like this is how you move your hand, and
Yeah.
just like the antics that happen getting the frisbee in someone else's yard or almost hitting a car, things like that, or kind of leads to laughter, but it's fun. It's fun,
It's funny, you don't even think like, "Oh, I have to teach them how to throw a frisbee or they won't know."
right?
Like, that's not like a
He was
normal
he was pretty wild the first times, and we would laugh just watching it happen at the beginning. Um, so yeah, those kind of things that like you said, you don't realize you have to teach that skill, and then once it happens, you're having a lot of fun trying it.
Yes. Have you had any outdoor fails? We're just like, "Okay, no." Mm-mm.
I'm sure, like probably not putting rain boots on when there was giant puddles and, let's go back in the house, we'll put our rain boots on and, oh, too late. Already walked through the puddle,
Yes.
um, or letting him ride his bike through the puddle and you turn around and his whole backside is just like splatter of mud. So we've had quite a few. Just sometimes, maybe sometimes it was too hot and we still went and
Mhm.
getting back all drenched, but then coming back to popsicles was fun.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, there's been quite a few, nothing crazy. Like I said, the craziest thing was the police chase one time. He was pretty young, but that scared me.
Mm.
We were walking down our street as we normally do, and all of a sudden I see this truck just coming so fast. That's odd. Why is he on this side of the street? He was driving the wrong way,
Oh,
running from police, like going away from police. And the next thing I know, I was like, okay, things are going to get out of control. I got so scared. We went up a hill to try to get out of
yeah, yeah.
harm's way. I didn't know if this guy was going to speed out of control.
Right.
And then here come like one, two, three, four, five cops just chasing him down the street. So I wouldn't say it was a fail on our part, but it was definitely one of the scary moments that we witnessed outside.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds scary. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would make me very nervous. We one time many years ago, I think we only had maybe one kid at the time. He we were watching TV and back in the day, Cops was always in Fort Worth. Have you like
Oh,
they
yes, 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 yes. Bad boys, bad boys.
yes.
Yes.
We were watching Cops and we were like, that's our apartment complex.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So we moved.
Okay. Okay.
I'm like, okay, so that's a sign. It's time
Yeah,
to go.
yes. Time to go, guys.
When you make it
Oh,
to the local
no.
cops episode, it's time to
Pack it up.
move. Yes.
Oh, but I bet
Oh,
it led to some interesting conversations, so
yes, yes. And we knew that yeah. Anyway, you're young, starting life. You're like, let's
yes.
live in this
Yes.
budget apartment. No, let's
Yes.
not. Okay. Tell me about some of the other activities. I saw you did you post today some activities you guys were doing, like holiday related?
Oh, yes. Every Christmas, starting when my son was 2, we started celebrating Advent. So, the waiting for Christ's birth. And there's like a plethora of things you can do with kids to count down, right? Um, and I just decided that was something I really loved and I was passionate about when he was 2. And we've done it ever since. And we find some different way to do it every year. We've done like a book countdown. So I've wrapped 25 books, and I think one of your other friends spoke on that.
Yeah, she
We
did.
wrapped 25 books, and we would open one each day, and then I kind of had like a little activity that matched each one. Or we would do, like, another year was pictures, coloring pictures that matched scripture for every one of the days that we read, and we would color that and hang them up.
Yeah.
And then this year was a little bit like tricky because I was like, how am I going to do this with a 21-month-old and a 7-year-old? But luckily, I found some great resources that helped. And my son's been so happy. He reminds me every day, Mom, we haven't done our activity. Or, some days we're in such a hurry. We got, like, extracurricular activities that we don't get a chance to come home and do it. Or he had school and we were too rushed. So we'd have to do like 2, sometimes 3 days in one. But they were all practical. I told myself this year, like, tone it down. You got 2 kids, and we found some really practical ways to do it. And he's been actually the curriculum I found is it gives you a scripture for each one of the names of Jesus. So you read a scripture. So we started with, like, he's our counselor. What peace. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And so each one of those is written on a Lego block, and
Yeah.
we're making a Christmas tree out of it
Okay, I saw
until we
that.
get to
I
Christmas.
saw
Yeah.
Emmanuel written. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. I'm terrible at making any kind of reels or videos. Like, I have no talent in that.
No,
So,
no, I saw one of your
uh,
real recaps recently. It was really good.
oh, okay. So, but yeah, and I think I love Instagram for that reason. Like, I've been documenting things that they do, and it makes me, like, happy to see that one day I'm gonna look back and, like, I get to see, like, I actually documented other than just pictures that I probably printed and never put in an album and never, organized.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. And then for my daughter, I kind of just try to find something that can blend with whatever my son is doing. So we just bought her 2 nativity sets. One we keep upstairs and downstairs, and she plays along with them while I read scripture. And then there's, like, a little activity with the resource that I found online. There's wonderful moms out there that create so much good content for
Yes.
faith-based content for kids.
Yeah.
And so that's been helpful. And yeah, they both love the story. They know the story. My son knows it by heart now. This is 7 years going in for him, or 6, I guess. And he just loves it, and he loves sharing with family members that come, like, look what we're doing. And he holds me accountable, and I love it because it just keeps me reminded, okay, we're celebrating Christ's birth. We're celebrating
Yeah.
Christ's birth. And I would encourage anyone trying to do activities with their kids for Advent is just, if you don't get the activity done, it's okay. Just as
Right.
long as you're reminding yourself and your child, like, what the reason is that we're celebrating.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So good. I enjoy following along. So I hope that
Yay.
you keep posting.
Yeah, thank you. I will try. I will try. It
Yeah.
gets actually really harder as you get closer to Christmas, as
Oh,
you get
yes.
closer to the day. But
Yes.
yeah, yeah, like I said, he holds me accountable. So,
Yeah. I
yeah.
saw this quote um this week. And maybe it's old, but it's new to me. But it was like we always overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can do in a year. And so
Yeah.
so all of these
Oh,
all these activities you've done and memories you've made, they just add up. And some days you don't
yeah.
get to it, but in the course of a year, you have built this great wealth of memories
Done a
and
lot.
activities with
Yeah.
your kids. And I enjoy being an onlooker. So thanks for sharing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're saying all this because I'm gonna play it back for my husband because sometimes I think he thinks I'm doing meaningless stuff on Instagram, but this is this makes. I mean, sometimes I obviously am.
I mean,
I
you
like to
gotta have a
post,
balance.
right? But yes, yeah, because I always have to, like, I'm doing this for the kids. So
Yes, yes,
yeah.
that's fun. Thank you so much for sharing all that. I want to ask you just a couple of these. I have these Advent. I think I told you about this. These are my Advent conversation cards. I don't know if you
Oh
can.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've seen them on the other
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
trying
videos.
to see if they can show. So each
Oh, there it
day
is.
there's a card and then there's a question on the other side. So I have this whole stack and I've only gone through like 4 of them because I'm like, this
Oh,
is my favorite question I'm asking everyone.
okay.
But let's see. Let me find one maybe that I haven't asked someone. Do you have a favorite gift that you like to give people?
Oh, so recently, or we starting last year, we started making, and this was one of the Advent activities with my son, was making stovetop potpourri. And basically you just get like a mason jar and you fill it with like all this smell good stuff that you get to, burn on the, not burn, but simmer in a pot over Christmas Day, just so you can, the smells of Christmas.
Oh,
And it's been like a really easy and cheap gift to make, but it comes out looking so pretty. And everyone that's received it is like, this is so thoughtful. I love it. Um, and then my son can help. Like, so he's like cutting the little oranges and stuffing them in the jar and helping me measure out the other ingredients. So that's been, I don't know if so much favorite to give, but it's been a favorite to make.
yeah.
And I do like we just took it to my son's allergy office, to the staff members there, and they were not expecting, like, oh, this is wonderful. So it was nice. It was nice to like that he took part in it, and then he saw like it came to fruition for him, like, oh wow, seeing
Yeah.
the staff was so happy with it. That
Oh,
was really fun. Yeah.
that's
But other than that, I'm a terrible gift giver. Like I stopped trying with my husband. Like there's no winning. I can never figure out what he needs or wants. And it's like, you know what? Just get yourself whatever you want.
right.
And it's harder when you're a stay-at-home mom. Like you feel like if I'm buying you a gift, you're really buying yourself a gift because you're paying for it. So you just go ahead and pick it. So,
That's funny. That's really funny. I this year, my husband wanted a TV.
oh,
And then I told the whole story about how the Walmart delivery guy stole my TV, and then I had to go and buy another TV. Well,
oh
I
my
got my
gosh.
money back for that one. And then I went to the store like a regular, normal person and picked it up myself. And then I brought it home and I was like, I mean, everybody knows about this TV already because I like told the whole story. So I just slid it next to the TV, next to the tree,
Um,
and I was like, that's yours if you'd like to come with it.
surprise.
Like, yeah. Or if you want to wait and I put a bow on it, like he's been watching
Just
that TV for a week.
oh, that's too funny. That is too
So I'm
funny.
like, today I was like, do I have to get him something else?
No. So the real gift is he's gonna have a great view on Christmas Day. Like,
Right.
yes, he doesn't have to set it up on Christmas Day.
Right, right.
Yeah,
He's already
yeah.
done all the tough work. Yeah. I'm
That
so
was intentional. You did all
yeah.
that on
I was
purpose.
thinking today, like, for real, like, do I have to get
Oh, that's so funny.
like, am I really gonna be like, that I was serious about the TV. So we'll see.
Oh, that's
Maybe a little something else.
yeah.
What are you most hopeful for in the next year?
Ooh, I know you've asked this one, and I felt like, oh, I'll be ready for this one. Um, Probably, I think I'm just hopeful for continued health, like with myself, my children, my family. We're believing for absolute healing of my son's allergies. It's been a rough ride sometimes with his struggles with allergies, but we're just believing that and we've already seen so many changes. We're just so hopeful for that, and just health for my parents, my loved ones, and I mean that's the best thing I can ask for because I know that with sometimes with declining health, you know, time is taken,
Mhm.
invested, and money is invested into trying to heal and recover and doctor's visits. And so just for me, if we can just all stay healthy
Yeah,
is the best thing I can hope
yeah.
for our little family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I join you in that one. That's a
Mm.
good hope for the new year. Okay, you have done so great. I don't know why you were nervous at all. You're just this you
Okay.
do this every day. I do have a little game that we're gonna
Okay.
play.
Yay.
This is a new game. We haven't done this one yet. I was I earlier today I was like, "Oh, I need a new game. I've used all the ones from the last game."
I was
So
like, please don't give me what was that really hard one that you did on the Jeopardy, the last category, the one no
oh,
one ever picked, the Jesus.
I'm like, all of these Jesus loving friends of mine, and everyone's
It's
like,
so
oh,
scary.
Christmas traditions, Chuck.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wanted to do
It's like you had me look flipping through my Bible. Uh,
that was funny. Okay, I'm gonna do this new game. Let me see if I
mm.
can share my screen. Oh, Bryce gave me my iPad, but I never turned it on. Okay, because
Oh,
when I play the game, if I'm not using a second monitor, I can't see what's
oh,
happening.
okay.
So let me
I'm gonna ask
press
you a
that.
question. What inspired you to do this Vlogmas? I love the idea.
Oh, okay. So every year I've talked about wanting to do this Vlogmas thing. And it's like a
Ah,
video every day for
nice.
25 days. And producing of like like take filming, editing, all that stuff, a video every day. I made it last year, maybe 2 days.
Oh,
I just never make it.
mm,
So I thought if I invite a friend and we have this scheduled, then I'm going to show up. And so we can
okay.
just have some conversations. It'll be fun. I'll get to chat with my friends. This will be a good time. And I can,
Yes.
share my friends with other people. So that was really how this year's came about. I've always wanted to grow this YouTube channel and I love doing things with other people. So I just kind of put all
That's
that
awesome.
together and this is what has happened. And
It's turned out so great. I
I'm
loved
so glad.
so it was been hard. Like I could never tune in live because this is bedtime.
Right.
And so today I was like, everybody's getting in bed early. Yeah, wake up early and go to bed early. This is happening for me.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to tune in live, but I go back and watch them, and it's been really fun to see all the different wonderful ladies that you've had on here.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
this is
just
so
really
fun.
inspiring.
Yeah, I'm so glad you've been able to watch and that it's been helpful. And it's kind of a pastime for this time of year, just a little wind down in the evening to, have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yes, that's true.
If you're watching, Bryce didn't even have to remind me. If you're watching, you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. We finally got to 360, so now we're looking for person 361. So
Okay,
who's it gonna be? It could be
come
you.
on. Yay! Yes.
My friend Kelly's like, she says it sounds like an altar call every time I do that. Is there one? Is there one?
And the same person comes, this is like every time to the altar call.
Yes.
Please,
Yes. Like you're already
you're
you're already
already. It's funny.
yes, that's so funny. Get saved every youth retreat. That's funny. Okay, here's our game.
Oh, five
Hopefully you
seconds.
can hear
Oh,
the crazy music.
I love it.
Okay, this is called the 5 second game.
Okay.
You have 5 seconds to name three
Okay.
for the category, and we're going to do three
Oh,
categories.
okay.
Okay, so the first one, just to get you acclimated, the first one is things you find in a cracker. Things you find in a cracker.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Go.
Cheese, peanut butter, ham. I don't know. Oh, not ham.
Ham?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, ham. I've had ham on a cracker before. Yes,
Okay.
let's do that. Okay, yay, we'll
Oh
give
my
you a
gosh.
happy
Okay. Okay.
face. Okay, the next round, these are, oh, okay, this one, name three of Santa's reindeer. Ready? Go.
Okay. On Dasher, on Dixon, Rudolph,
Yes.
and okay.
Wait, wait,
Valentine.
is Dixon
I
one?
don't know. Okay. On Dasher, on Prancer, on I was gonna say Donald.
Is it Donner?
Oh, no.
I have
Donner or
never
something
gotten
like
that
that.
right. I don't know why I even
No.
did this one,
Dixon.
but that
Okay.
was a good try. That was a good
Vixen. Was it Vixen? I feel like
Dixon?
there was a something with a
Blixen?
fin.
Is it Blixen with a
Uh,
B?
I don't know, but
I don't know. We're gonna say you got it.
I'm gonna have to find that song later. Okay.
Okay, last round. Name three Christmas songs. Go.
Oh, okay. Noche de Silent Night. O come ye to. I missed it.
Ah! What can you can give me one more?
Oh no! Oh no! Carol of the Bells.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay! We'll give you that one too. Cool. That was the
Yeah,
game.
that was awesome. Okay, that was whew. Ah,
A little
okay, that was
stressful.
interesting. Yes, but that was fun. It was
When
really
the
fun.
clock starts, it's okay. There, Nell is saying it's. Is it Blixen? Is it
Blixen? Oh, we're
Blixen?
gonna have to look this up. Let's
I
see.
know.
Rudolph the
We
uh,
know.
what is
We know Donner and
it? Santa's reindeer. All
Dasher,
right,
Dancer, Prancer.
Prancer. Let's see. Okay, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
Vix.
Vixen. Doesn't Vixen mean like, meow, like,
Yeah, that's.
meow,
I don't
like?
know why he would
Okay,
name his reindeer that?
Co- Comet Cupid Donner. It is Donner.
Oh, okay.
Donner. Blitzen. You're right. Okay, there's a
Blitz.
Blitzen. Blitzen and
Okay.
Rudolph.
And
And Rudolph.
we wanted to call him Dixon. That's cute. Yay. That was so
That's too
fun.
funny.
Thank you for playing
Yeah.
along in the little game. That was fun.
Oh, thank you. No, that was awesome. I appreciate it. I'm just honored to be here that you thought of me and I'm it's been a blessing to see so many other cool ladies that you've had on here. So
Yes. Oh, okay.
okay.
You had someone, Susanna? Is it Susanna?
Oh, my sister.
Yes, Susanna said Karla is great at preparing for Advent starting at the beginning of the year. She starts collecting materials as she finds stuff and she is always ready.
Oh, my sister. She's my
Yay.
hype woman.
I know.
Ah.
You got to have a sister like that, right?
Yes, yes, she's
Thank you for
awesome. Thank
sharing.
you, sister. But
I
you gotta
knew you would
subscribe,
be good at
sister.
this. Yes, you could be
Subscribe.
number
Yes.
361.
Yes,
Can it be
please.
you?
Oh,
Can it be you?
yes.
Thank you so, so much for being with me tonight and overcoming your nerves and all that jazz. It's
Yes, yes,
sweet
I
to be with
appreciate it.
you and to
Yes,
see you
thank you.
again in person. Well,
Yes.
sort
Okay.
of. So
Yes, this is in person. Yes.
this counts, yes.
Okay.
Now, you guys, tomorrow night is the last night of the countdown to
Yes.
Christmas because I thought
Wow.
about like, am I actually going to do this on Christmas Eve? No, I'm not.
Oh no.
I gotta package the stuff up.
Oh
All the
yes.
Amazon packages have to
All the
like
gifts they already know they're getting.
yeah, they have to be wrapped and stuff. So tomorrow night's the last night. So please mark your calendars. Come back. I have a friend joining me. I'm gonna post all of the social stuff and hopefully you guys will end this on a good note and have a good time together. One last time before Christmas. Thank you again, Karla.
Bye, Shonda. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
No
Yeah, Merry
problem.
Christmas.